trying to think what else I could say on here. Oh, Kenneth's birthday was on the other day. He turned 23. Yay, Kenneth. And that's my heart right there. I love my brother to death. He, in his 23 ripe years, he has a lot of wisdom within himself, and he has a lot of self-control, more than what I have. And I try to pick up on some of that when I'm around him, because I can be a handful if driven to that point, because I'm controlled to a certain extent. Just like most people, I have my limits, and unfortunately, you have those people in the world who will try to push those limits. I don't know to what end, because in the long run, it never turns out well for either party, because I know the consequences of being pushed to my breaking point. I do, and I hate to revisit that, and I'm not going to. But he's very self-contained, and I don't know. This time that we've been spending here has given me more opportunity to see him. You know what I mean? Because when we were down in Fort Lauderdale, we lived so far apart, and with many of us having our own car, it was hard to see him. You know what I mean? And especially when the girls aren't with me, for that reason, because I don't have a car, it was hard because I would be by myself, and it's one thing to be in a situation voluntarily and to be by yourself, but for it to be involuntary and you're used to having your family with you, you're used to being with your kids, you're used to being with even just my kids, because that's who I miss, and my preference would be around family. So, I would try to make ways to get over to my brother, who's 45 minutes away, for my peace, because when I'm by myself, you know what I mean, I can bring myself to a very dark place, and I'd rather be around someone who can uplift me and not allow me to get hung down in what my situation was, and somewhat is still, but again, it is what it is. So, like I said, with him, I'm learning a lot. He may not know it, but I am. I don't think I would disclose that to him, because he's got an ego on him. But I love my brother. I love my sister too. Wish she was here. She was here she was flown in the initial time that we came up, and she's in the armed forces, she's in the Navy, and she was flown over from Japan to come see my grandmother, and I hadn't seen her in about a year since she'd shipped off, and I missed her dearly, even though that girl can push some buttons, but that's part of who she is, right? So, in other news, I'm trying to think what other interesting stuff I've been doing. Nothing really. It's been, I don't know, meditating. And when I say meditating, I mean in the loosest sense, because it's not like I'm sitting here for hours just, motionless in thought. But I think all day, and I meditate on my situation. I meditate on what I can learn from the situation that I'm in and how I can grow from it, because there's only one explanation for being in where you are, is that's because God put you there. And if God puts me in a situation, guess what? I'm going to try to weather it, and learn from it and grow from it, because that's the purpose of life. If you're going to be placed in a situation, embrace it and grow from it. Learn and grow, because otherwise you're going to be crazy. You'll be driven crazy by doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to be a victim of my circumstances. So anyway, I think that's it. Oh, funny tidbit. So, Justin's first day of school, he comes home and he tells his mom, he's like, Mom, she's like, do you have any homework? And he's like, no, I don't have any homework, but I got a note. A note. Now, pause that. There's no phone calls from the school, we're not expecting like he got into some trouble. Maybe he was talking too much in class. You're just coming out of summer vacation. Your mind is going to be in a different place. It's not going to be in school mode. So no, Taja looks at the note, and it's from another little girl in his class, a little girl in his class talking about, oh, I love you. In second grade, really? What do you know about love? Aside from love of self and love of your family. Love is a very awkward emotion that most children don't understand and grasp the concept of. But within saying that, what was my first crush? My first crush, I was in third grade. Boy, there was a boy named Eric, and I thought I loved him. I thought I loved that boy, but I was a child and naive. It wasn't like anything came of it. It was just, I watched from afar. It wasn't like a fast child, and actually not a fast person, period, but I wasn't, what do they call it? What do they say? Hot in the ass? Yeah. So that's not my personality, never will be. But yeah, I gazed from afar and was like, oh, I think I love him. I remember writing in my diary about him. Oh my gosh, I wonder what he's doing now. That was a cute somebody. But I don't know. He'll probably look back on it and say like, oh, I thought this, I thought that. She thought I was cute and this and that. But I don't know. I think that's going to be something I'm going to think about tonight. The nature of love. That emotion, that all complicated emotion that people, I don't know. I'll contemplate it, and then I'll come back to you with my assessment on love and all things that be. Anyway, I keep saying I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop for real this time and enjoy my Fanta over here. My little strawberry Fanta. And I'm going to think about love tonight, and then I'll get on and give my opinion on it. So, I appreciate you listening. That's just about it. Bye.